So startup is really about addressing a need that is not yet addressed in the ecosystem. This I thought was a great opportunity to meet with some of the bright minds of Nepal. I think the first and foremost impact it creates is it changes mindset. Most important thing for any society to change is mindset. Was to be in here, I would look around the ecosystem, so tourism, hydropower, renewable energy, recycling, etc. These are some of the in-your-face opportunities that this great nation has been, given. Mantra is, as we put it in our byline of our UCare application, is live smart, live strong. I get up every day in the morning, I say my prayers, and I get down to doing what I need to do. I don't waste time. I still work 15 hours a day.
Sir, you are welcome to Nepal Aaja.
Thank you.
How are you?
Very well.
Firstly, can I please know a little more about you to our readers, that whoever those who don't know you, so can you please introduce today?
So my name is Vikrant Gugnani. I was the former CEO of Reliance Mutual Fund in India. Before that, I was working with Citibank. While I was with Reliance Group in India, I also, after the asset management business, was the executive director for Reliance Money. And I did a management buyout in 2014 and started on my own. We've set up a digital payments platform. Our first startup was in remittances. We sold that startup to eBix, a US-based entity, in 2017. We continue with our digital payments platform, but we have since also launched a healthcare platform.
So what actually is this startup business which has very great influence in India, and today you're in connecting through this connecting you are interacting a lot of Nepalese entrepreneurs, and how did you find them, and can you please explain a little more about this?
So startup is really about addressing a need that is not yet addressed in the ecosystem. So when you look at remittances, they always were there. We got in to address a need of saying there's too much of manual intervention. How do we digitize it? And we saw that opportunity of digitizing, and were able to take our entity from a 3% market share to a 15% market share in 2 years, while actually reducing headcount and on the side of operations, but increasing headcount on the side of technology. So we digitized the entire end-to-end payment platform, resulting in which we did not need any people at the back end to do manual intervention, which resulted in 100% customer satisfaction, zero error processing, and speed of execution was much faster. So where people had to wait for 1 day, 2 days to receive their remittances, they now could receive that real time. When we got into prepaid cards and digital payments, in India there is a culture of giving gifts in an envelope of cash. So when a baby is born, when a wedding happens, when an event happens, a festival happens, everybody gives an envelope with some cash. Now, cash, once it comes in, gets consumed. Second, what if you were in a different city and your relative was in a different city, and for that festival or event you had to give a gift? There was no way to do that. So we introduced digital gift cards. So you could go online, debit your bank account, load a gift card, we would deliver it with a nice packaging, nice message from you to the recipient in a different city, all within 48 hours. And it was a Visa Master gift card, so it could be swiped anywhere. They could buy the gift of their choice, rather than be restricted to a gift voucher of a particular brand. So we did exceedingly well on that front. In healthcare, we see a lot of healthcare services being available individually. So ambulances are available individually, tele-doctors are available individually, cardiac services are available individually, diagnostics are available individually. What we've done is we've got them all onto one single platform, and we now use artificial intelligence to move from care to preventive care. So we can actually tell you 2 months before if we start seeing your heart has a problem, before it becomes an eventuality. So it's about addressing a need. It's about seeing where the gap is and about addressing a need, and of course then about getting customers.
So what are the possibilities that you see here in Nepalese entrepreneurship?
That's why I'm here. This I thought was a great opportunity to meet with some of the bright minds of Nepal. I have had the good luck and the good fortune to meet and spend time with quite a few people since the morning. In fact, I've already set up meetings for today evening and tomorrow morning to visit their offices and see what are the opportunities for further collaboration with an Indian entity vis-a-vis a Nepalese entity. And it's not just about trying to get and bring our product to Nepal. Both these opportunities are to talk about how we can take services from Nepal and take them into India, because some of the services were incredible. So we would like to explore and see whether there's an opportunity for us to work together. So that's the reason for visiting Nepal, and I couldn't think of a better platform than this. And I'm grateful that I've been given, you guys invited me, and I'm here, and thank you for that.
So today more than 600 youths submitted their ideas regarding their business plans and so many other things. So how did you have any judgments about that, or how did you look up?
See, there will always be a plethora of ideas. There's a difference between ideation and there's a difference between execution. So some of the ideas may not yet be in execution stage. Some of the ideas may be a little ahead of their time. Some of the ideas have to make cost-effective and cost-benefit analysis has to be done. And some of them are completely on execution and are delivering actual results. In fact, one of the entities has a 1,000 crore Nepali rupee turnover. I think that's absolutely brilliant. For a startup to achieve such scale within such a short span of time is absolutely brilliant. Obviously, we now go ahead and see that which one is the one that finally comes up the shortlist.
So what impact do you think will Connect In play as a role in the youths and entrepreneurship?
I think the first and foremost impact it creates is it changes mindset. Most important thing for any society to change is mindset. And it's refreshing to see that even in Nepal, so many people have congregated to really see and try and build out new ideas. So that's the first step where we're seeing there's a change in mindset. The second thing is about identifying the opportunity. And a lot of people have also identified that opportunity. The third thing is about execution. and the fourth thing is about raising funds. So I think if all these things fall in place and work out, there could be a significant spurt of new ventures out of the valley.
In your point of view, what sort of business do you think will grow faster in more efficient way in Nepal?
So let me first say that it's not necessary that existing ideas only will grow. It is the most disruptive and the most value addition idea which will eventually grow the fastest. And I am not too sure whether I am qualified to say which one will grow. However, if I was to be in here, I would look around the ecosystem. So tourism, hydropower, renewable energy, recycling, etc. These are some of the in-your-face opportunities that this great nation has been, given. And I, as an individual, would have personally gone and explored all of these opportunities, because I still think people go to Switzerland to see the mountains. Why don't people come to Nepal? Right? Yes, people come to go climb the Everest and climb the toughest mountain, but people can come, families can come to Nepal. It's absolutely beautiful. Weather is brilliant. So you've got everything working for you. You've got clean air.
I want to know about the reason behind that success mantra of India, that growing entrepreneurship day by day so powerfully. Like for example, we can see Oyo, which was started years back by an 18-year-old guy, and rest is the history now. So what do you think is the reason behind increasing such platforms in India? Do you have anything to say or connect in the same way here in Nepal as well?
To be fair, entrepreneurship has been prevalent right since the beginning. If you look back in time, it started with traders and shopkeepers. So people started their own. It's about risk-taking ability to take it to the next level. And while we do have amazing people like Ritesh and the Bansals who've created unicorns, which we are all proud of, it is more about, there's a whole cult of people who are trying to emulate them. Not all will succeed, but it's the right mix of idea, the right time, and the right funding, which will make it work. Funding alone will not make it work. Timing alone will not make it work, and the idea alone will not make it work. It is a combination of all. And underlying all this is the grit to work hard day after day, not take no as an answer. Even if you fall down multiple times, you have to get up and walk again. Not just walk, but I think one of the biggest opportunities that India has is its huge population, which also makes us fight and work harder to stand out, because there's so many people competing.
Competitions.
So competition is very high. So hence every Indian works 10 times harder. And not to say that other people don't, but I see that happen all the time in India.
I want to know more about your personal life now. Will you please share your academic backgrounds and your early dreams?
So I am a chartered accountant by qualification. I have never really practiced accounting because I think it's very boring. But education is very important. It taught me how I have to be focused on details to make sure that every pie is accounted for, and how to be responsible enough. It also made, as a profession, it also made me have the ability to work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. But as you grow older, I'm almost going to be 50 years old, so you have to learn to balance life, live life, but live strong. So my mantra is, as we put it in our byline of our UCare application, is live smart, live strong. So that's the mantra I live by these days. What we are trying to do, my dream is to build an affordable and reliable healthcare infrastructure available to all of us to take care of our parents wherever we may be. I think parenting your parents is the best thing you can do, and the only way you can give back to the people who took care of you. So the next 10 years, there's only one single focus, is deliver a healthcare platform to take care of parents.
So how did you started your business? How did it all come up with? And what was the, so again I'm asking this question, what was the mantra of your success?
So I started the healthcare business, actually I built that platform to take care of my parents 3 years ago. And once we sold the remittance business, I said, if I can take care of my parents through this platform, why can't I make this available to everybody else? So obviously what you do for, within your house is a very basic infrastructure solution. So obviously building it out, adding in more value, taking into account what are the challenges that everybody faces in different countries, different markets, and trying to integrate that all seamlessly into one solution was the biggest challenge. And that's what was the driving factor to get into this. I think there is no one success mantra. I get up every day in the morning, I say my prayers, and I get down to doing what I need to do. I don't waste time. I still work 15 hours a day. But I try and make sure that I spend at least an hour a day with my children before they go to sleep. After everybody is asleep, I sit down and work again. And I take care of my own health. So taking care of my health, taking care of my family, and taking care of my parents.
So this might sound a funny question, but can you please tell us the tips to be a billionaire?
I wish I had that answer. Maybe you should be asking Oyo that. But money is a byproduct. If you get down to building a business with the sole objective of making money, I can guarantee you will not succeed. You will succeed when you get down to building a product or delivering a service with value that changes customers' behavior, that delivers value to customers, where customers turn around and say, how did I live without this till so long? Your focus should be on that. You should be obsessed about your customer. You should be 24/7 thinking about what your customer wants and how can you deliver it simply and execute it seamlessly. The money will come, I guarantee you that. But if don't get into an opportunity saying, oh, this is how I will sell out. You do that, I yet have to see anyone succeed like that.
So it should be service oriented rather than money.
Well, it could be service, it could be product, it could be manufacturing, it could be agriculture, it could be solar energy, it could be hydropower, it could be anything. When you're doing something, do it with a purpose. Doing it with the purpose of money is not going to get you money.
How much did you love your work in the past years? No, sorry, while you were just starting the business, or
so when I was 21 years old, I started my chartered accountancy. We used to work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for almost 3 years. We never got a day off. I remember the only time I got a day off when I was down with jaundice.
At the age of 21?
At the age of 21. At that time, we used to curse. We used to fight with our bosses, and they used to tell us, you will thank us later. Today, I cannot tell you how much I thank them. Because once it gets into your DNA of that you have to work hard, it's a way of life. I'm sitting here on a Saturday afternoon when I could have been back home in India with my family, right? No, I will reach tomorrow afternoon and I will go home. I'll spend half a day. Monday morning, 8 o'clock, I will be in office. And I will be there till 8:30. I get in at 8, I leave at 8:30 p.m. at night. It takes me 45 minutes to reach home. But that's life.
That's life. So at the end, how important is taking risk in the business? Is it are they overlapping with each other, or is any business possible without taking risk or not?
You know, you can walk out on that street and there's the risk of a car hitting you. So risk is prevalent all around us. I think we give over importance to the element of risk. There is an element of risk-taking ability to work on your own, vis-a-vis work for someone else. Some of us will succeed very well with an umbrella over our heads, an umbrella of a brand, an umbrella of a corporate entity, an umbrella of somebody hand-holding us, and we could be equally successful. While some of us will do very well without an umbrella. That's the nature and your mindset that you've grown up with. I worked for 27 years in organizations. I've been on my own only 4.5 years. In those 4.5 years, I've done 3 startups, sold my first, and running 2 of them. I don't think I will go back under an umbrella in a hurry, because I'm far more comfortable working without an umbrella. But that's your ability to manage on your own, on having your confidence on your own abilities, and about having the confidence